Albert Einstein said
that nothing truly valuable
can be achieved except by the unselfish
cooperation of many individuals.
Buzz Hollings said, individual, human or small groups
can at times transform the big.
that is,
transform the politics and institutions of governance.
Leonardo da Vinci said, I've been impressed with the urgency of doing.
Knowing is not enough.
We must apply.
Being willing is not enough,
we must do.
Mother Teresa said,
we ourselves feel.
but what we are doing is just a drop in the ocean.
But the ocean would be less.
Because of that missing drop.
Power. Knowing lots of things, or the perception of the world.
Enlightenment. Books. Something to think about, to have in your mind, rather than have it blank.
excellent.
Like
London taxi drivers.
For me, knowledge is power. Power to transform the way that we think and act. It's like a knowing smile. You can express what you hold inside you in words, or if it's more just a hunch, a sense of something, then you might express it non-verbally. Like a smile, knowledge can be infectious. We're learning from and influencing each other all the time. But what makes some of us able to get our ideas across more effectively than others? What is it that makes some ideas live and multiply, while others disappear before anyone can put them into practice? Imagine what we could achieve if we knew how to rally people together around ideas that could help us all live more sustainably. We could harness the wisdom of crowds to come up with innovative ways of tackling climate change, reducing our impacts on different ecosystems around the world, adapting to the effects of environmental change on human health, the built environment and transport systems, securing sustainable sources of food and water long into the future, and understanding how government, business and society can work together to help us all live with environmental change.
Knowledge exchange is the process of using, sharing and generating information with stakeholders.
It's about know-how, it's about skills, it's about experience, it's about respecting all these different types of knowledges.
It needs to be organised carefully to have a trail to evidence so that you know where that knowledge, that information and understanding has come from.
We can't look at things in a holistic way unless we share knowledge.
Participation for me is about creating activities often where people don't feel shut out of research, but they feel they can join in with it.
So stakeholder participation then is about a way in which you try and get people involved in that sharing of perspectives and knowledge sharing in order to come up with some solution to some problem.
It's also making sure that the people who may be able to have power over what happens, the people with power, the decision makers, are all in the room as well, so that when you walk out of the room, someone doesn't go and veto your decision.
Bringing people who have different types of knowledge together is the only way we're going to tackle some of the big problems.
We need to involve individuals from different knowledge backgrounds, and we need to exchange knowledge between them so that we can learn from each other and so that we can have real-world impacts.
If we take this kind of approach to our work, then I really believe that we can ask better questions and as researchers come up with answers that really can change the way in which we manage our environment, we interact with our environment, and that can actually solve some of these hugely difficult challenges.
The Sustainable Learning Project emerged from the latest phase in the Sustainable Uplands Project. In the Uplands Project, the ideas and experience of local people was combined with cutting-edge social and natural research in order to better monitor, anticipate and adapt to environmental change in the uplands. In the Learning Project, we took this further and we looked more generally at knowledge exchange and participation so that we can better design projects and processes that are going to have the kind of impacts that people want.
The Involved project is funded by the British Academy, and it's asking the question, What is it about involving people in decisions about the environment that leads to more beneficial outcomes for the environment, or not, as the case may be, and that benefits the people in that process, leading to more trust, more learning, that kind of thing. And by breaking down, what is it that you need to get right? What are the key ingredients to a successful participatory process? We hope to be able to provide information for people who want to lead their own processes that can ensure that they get the outcomes they want.
Within the Sustainable Learning Project, we looked at knowledge exchange, and in the Involve project, we looked at participation. Both of these projects combined, and working with a variety of experts, researchers, communities and projects, came up with 7 principles or ways of better designing knowledge exchange processes so that we can have an impact on society.
Night away, or you can laugh in the face. I can dance.